Oh yeah, big time. Here we go, Devatron. StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. What is going on? A 6-minute intro? How is this possible? This is fiction, right? Um, so yeah, you said you had already done some reading on Wikipedia and whatnot, and I sent you those two YouTube recap videos. So with that kind of taken care of, I didn't really need to do much. I had initially just intended the introduction to be pretty much entirely backstory, and I was going to use photos and effects and try to, but that would have taken a long time, and this way we can get this done. You're caught up on your own, and we can get into the action. What I have included here are 3 roughly 2-minute clips with the masking technique that I learned back when we were comparing fraps and shadow play. And on the left is unenhanced, untouched, raw capture video, and on the right half of the screen is the color enhanced and highly edited version. And as you know from the play-by-play that I text you as I did this project, about halfway through is when I started messing with this stuff, and it's various options like color, saturation, vibrancy, sharpness, contrast, etc. So it's going to be 3 short clips. This is kind of a stony temple, a little bit of a water in the background kind of map, and then there's going to be a lush forest map that we're about to transition to here, and then there's going to be kind of a lava, dark, fiery map for the last one. And, as you're probably noticing, it's kind of subtle, right? I mean, there's clearly a difference, and you probably are asking, well, if it's this subtle and it's not that much of a difference, why does it take so long? And given it takes so long, why did you do it? Well, first of all, the reason it takes so long is you got to remember this is shot in 1900 by 1000, 1920 by 1080, right? Pixels per frame, okay? So you have to do every single pixel in the frame gets every single enhancement that you adjust. And then this is shot in 60 frames per second. So multiply all those, touch-ups per pixel per frame by 60 just to get a single second of video. And then, multiply that by 60 for a minute, another, well, we don't get into the hours, but you get the idea. It's just an insane amount of work for your hardware to do. And so that leads us to the next question. Well, then why do it? If it's just a subtle gain, why add so much time to the process? Why put so much strain on your hardware? Well, the answer to that is basically use case, right? Like, what is this for? I'm not adding the effects and trying to play the game like this, right? I'm adding these effects after the fact for our video. We're not competing in some, StarCraft 2 tournament. This is just a presentation of a leisurely stroll through, the campaign story, and we're hanging out and playing video games. So, yeah, why not? Why not make it look as good as possible? I mean, to me, everything on the left, the original footage, is very kind of gray or dark or muted, a little bit blurry. It's not bad, but on the right, the edited, touched up stuff just really pops, right? All the lines are crisp, the shadows are darker, the contrast is better, the colors are more vibrant. Everything just, pops and looks great. So I say, yeah, for our use case, we're just enjoying the story. Let's make it look as good as possible. Who cares how long that takes? Now, that said, moving forward, as you know, I want to get better hardware so that when I do this kind of editing again, I can speed up the render process. But yeah, definitely think it's worth it for our purposes. Okay, with all of that out of the way, I just want to add 2 minor details before we get going. if you notice above the mini map in the right corner, there's a clock. It's been known for years that the Blizzard clock ticks faster than a real clock, so don't let that fool you. And then the other thing is the unit feedback. Whenever I select a unit or if I have a group and I give them commands, it's okay, boss, or go ahead. That gets really annoying just because it's constantly coming at you. And I apologize for that. I could have taken it out a little bit in the options, but when you play these RTS games, you actually really need that feedback. It just helps you know where you are and who you've got and what you're doing. So I had to leave it in there, and I apologize if it's annoying, but hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, that'll do it. Hope you enjoy the videos. I had a lot of fun making them. Welcome to StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty.